Hey guys, this is Dr. Sandy with another exciting video for you and your family and friends. And today I'm going to actually talk about my morning ritual. What does Dr. Sandy do to start the day? So if you're watching for the first time, my name is Dr. Sandy, practicing chiropractor. I'm in my 24th year of private practice of having my own office. Love what I do, love helping people. It's amazing. I feel great being a chiropractor. If you've been watching for some time, welcome back. And let's talk about my morning ritual. I watch a lot of videos on this and I want to make a video that I hope inspires you. I'm not asking you to do what I'm doing, but to inspire you. I want you to customize for yourself. My morning routine is always going through changes. I'll, do different things. I think there's certain things I usually are like the fundamentals, but I'll change it up. And also I'm going to be real with you. So lately I have been consistent. There's times where I'm not as consistent. So I'm just a regular person as well, just trying to do my best. But you know, I do find when I can keep my morning rituals, I feel good about it. And I'll share a win that I had with you. So as I film this video, it's a Sunday. So usually on the weekends you kind of sleep in and stuff, which is great. I mean, I definitely, if you've been working hard during the week, you need that and stuff. But I made a conscious effort to try to still get up early before everyone else in the family, gets up, and just having that time to myself. And I think I just want to keep that momentum of just, being regular with my morning routines, even on a day off. And, I'll try my best. There might be some days it doesn't happen, but the days it does happen, the day just goes way, way better, and I want the best for you. Also, I wanted to make a video because I think if there's certain rituals you can have that'll make your life better, less stressful, that's a big thing. So I'm a chiropractor. So why do I see most of my patients? Usually because there's a lot of stress going on in their lives. They might be very busy. And I find that the way you structure your morning will have a huge impact on the day. If your morning is kind of crazy, frazzled, you're running like just to get ready, running to eat breakfast, it's a good chance that the rest of the day is just going to be crazy as well. But if you start the morning on a good tone, the rest of the day will actually be much better, and that's what I've seen time and time again. So let's jump into it. So number one, how does a good morning routine start? It actually starts the night before. So going to bed on a good time. Now I'm going to be open with you, so I'll tell you what happens to me. So before I go to bed, I'll use my phone. I'll set my alarm or something, and then it's like, oh, let me just hit the YouTube app, or let me just read something. There's always something on your phone to do. So what I'm doing now is trying to make an effort to set my alarm and then plug in the phone and not even touch it. I think if you start looking at your phone just before you go to bed and you start scrolling, not a good idea. So what I'm trying to do now is, set my alarm ahead of time and then plug it in, and maybe half an hour before I go to bed, not use it anymore. Don't even touch it because it's just too tempting. There's going to be something to read, an article, YouTube video, whatever it is. So, whatever that looks like for you, but I find at nighttime, and also when I look at myself in the past too, I find at nighttime I want to, learn something and read something, and then I end up staying later, which is not good. So you have to see what works for you. But I would recommend starting to kind of wind down, getting away, especially from your phone or electronics or screen time, at least half an hour, if not earlier, before you go to bed. So you want to go to bed at a good time. It's going to be different for everyone. I'm not going to put everyone in the same box. I find for myself, if I can definitely, 10:30 is actually great. 11 o'clock is still good. But that's a good window that I've been working with, and I find that that seems to help. So what I'll also do before I go to bed lately is I'll read my affirmations, certain goals I have. And what I've researched and heard and learned is that if you have certain goals or anything in your life that you want to achieve, the most powerful times are before bed and when you first rise. So I'm making sure I read my goals, what I want to see in the future, what I'm working towards before I go to bed, and then that should be the last thing I'm thinking about. And I mean, my goals slash affirmations now, it's about life, health, it's even about having a good sleep, waking up refreshed. And I really believe more and more that, I've heard about affirmations and setting goals. Who hasn't, right? But I do believe if you start to really look at how the brain works, it's operating on a software. Like your thoughts, your beliefs, it's all a software. So why not consciously go in there and change the software, change the programming, and create new pathways, new ways of thinking, and start to consciously choose your beliefs and thoughts, not just run on automatic. And maybe you have beliefs from your family, your cultural belief, maybe things you've seen or heard or whatever it is. And if they're working for you, great. But if there's certain things you're like, yeah, I'm believing these certain things wherever they came from, but like, I think I could do better. You might have a belief that like, no matter what I do, I won't get healthy, the weight's going to stay on me and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that this is going to take care of everything, but why not have a belief that, what, I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to do the best I can. And then maybe start even creating statements like, I'm doing the best I can, and I know with time I will see a change. Maybe even starting with a statement like that. So you also want to choose statements that you feel are realistic and work for you. If it's something so extreme, your brain may say like, this doesn't even make sense. But why not choose statements or goals or affirmations that resonate with you, that you are believable, and maybe even just telling yourself like, I want to be more confident, I'm going to try to work on being more positive, whatever that works for you. But I can't see a downside to this. Reading those kind of statements, having goals, seeing them before you go to bed, first thing when you rise, I can only see that being a good thing. And just really learning to have a perspective that no matter what's happening in your life, something good will come out of this, something good will come out of this. Just having that consciousness, I think, is very powerful. I got to tell you, this video is, I didn't even think we'd go in this direction, but I just want to be open with you. I want to help with you, and I want to make sure you have the best life possible. So just making this video and just feeling kind of shy sharing this information about what I do, but hey, I want you to succeed. So anyway, so do that, go to bed, you rise. And then what I try to do these days is I try, if I can, ideally, I think getting up around 5:30 a.m. would be amazing. Most days it's probably closer to 6, and then some days it's a little bit beyond that. So get up. What am I lately been doing? Reading affirmations, reading statements, focusing on my goals. So again, what am I doing before I go to bed and first thing in the morning? So it sets the tone for the day. Your brain's process it, all night. So I really encourage that. And like I said, maybe start with 1 or 2 statements, whatever works for you. So then after that, I will kind of plan out my day. I'm thinking about the day. Now, one thing I was going to share with you, I think a lot of people these days are using their phones for their calendars, their computers or everything. But let's be honest, most people are using their phones. And I think that's great. And if that works for you. So I think starting the day saying, what's the goals for today? What are the goals for the week, the month? Like, where am I kind of heading? I wanted to share with you. So over here, I used this one. This is called the Clever Fox Daily Planner. I love the color red. And basically, I use this now. Even though there's so much technology, I love to write things down. I like to put things here. I might put a few things in my phone, but I don't know what it is. And maybe it's my age. Maybe I'm an older generation kind of person. But I love to write down my thoughts, my ideas, pen to paper. I find this very, very valuable. And then when I use this, I'm learning with time as well. And again, I am a work in progress myself. Like, I'm learning over time. Don't overload the day. So maybe you can have all these thoughts like, I'd like to accomplish this and this and this and this. And then in your heart that, if I get these 1 or 2 things done, I'll be more than happy. So I would say, make a goal of all the things you need to get done and then kind of choose your favorites. Don't put that pressure that you got to do 14 things in one day, because that gives us stress, which is not a good thing. And then from there, so I'll write that down. I'm doing my affirmations. I'll try to spend some time like meditating, visualizing things I'd like to see happening in the future. Where am I headed? Now for me as well, and again, this is, customized for what works for you as well. I really try to say thank you to God, try to be thankful for as much as I've been blessed with in my life. So that is a big part of starting my day as well. And I gotta be honest, I talk a lot about exercise and things like that. And when I've seen my patterns, sometimes I'll get caught, like, because sometimes, you just don't have time to do both. But I try my hardest to make that time just to be thankful, read my goals. And then sometimes the exercise might get compromised. Sometimes the exercise is done and it might compromise the other way. But I try my hardest to be thankful and appreciate God, like all the blessings I have. So doing that. Now, after that's been done, so these days I try to dedicate about 30 minutes to that. So then after that, I try to dedicate anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes to exercise. And what I've been doing lately is a lot of resistance band work, and I'm really enjoying it. I've been encouraging my patients to use that. So with resistance bands, just doing different motions. I've been really working on my core as well, but I'm really enjoying it. I can see the changes. I feel stronger. I feel confident. I feel better. And I know in the future, I guess I'll be very open with you too. I've just had some certain injuries, so I've kind of had to work on myself and get stronger again. So I'll go towards free weights, but I am enjoying resistance bands immensely, and I would highly encourage you to incorporate it. If you want to do just resistance bands or make it part of your exercise routine, I would really encourage that as well. So after I do that, change, get ready, have breakfast. My kids are in camp, so then I drop them off, and that's how the day looks. At least that's how the morning looks. And I know I went over quite a few concepts here, but the days I get up early, get up on time, have that time to myself, it recharges me, it keeps me calmer. And however that looks for you, however you want to design it, I encourage you come up with your own morning ritual, whether it's writing something, reading something, doing some form of movement. Maybe you do 20 minutes of yoga. Maybe you read something or hear something, and then you do weight training. Maybe you go for a jog. But I think starting that day, like mentally, spiritually, having a foundation, then physically moving the body is powerful. And I'm not sharing something new. I know a lot of people say it, but I'm going on this journey. I'm loving it. I would highly encourage it. And I just hope this video really helped you. And I wanted to show kind of what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm a work in progress. Not every morning looks like that. Some mornings I'm just rushing as well. But I'm happy to say that a lot of mornings are going in a more positive direction. So I really hope this video helps you. That is about my morning routine. And God bless you.